We are together, and through this, we will survive.
Marzook Primal here with another review, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes, Megatronus the Fallen.
Megatronus, also known as the Fallen, is a significant character in the Transformers universe. He is one of the original 13 Primes, ancient and powerful Transformers created by Primus, the creator god of the Transformers. Megatronus is often portrayed as a traitorous figure who turns against his brethren and becomes a harbinger of destruction.
Here we have Megatronus out of the package, and look how menacing, how big, how huge, how imposing this guy looks. This is an incredible figure. I'm telling you right now, for me, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. He definitely lives up to the hype, guys. Just telling you right now, if you can, go order him or pre-order him, get him when he comes out. Whenever you see this, if you haven't gotten him, highly recommend him. But look at the sculpt on the head. That is just awesome. That is just beautiful. Of course, yes, it does look like Soundwave, as does Tarn. But, I guess they're supposed to be paying tribute canonically to Megatronus here, as supposedly, in TF1, this is what inspires the Decepticon logo. So that's pretty neat. In here, on camera, it looks darker. In person, I mean, this is like a lighter gray. Like, it's dark gray, but it's lighter than what it looks like on camera. There's a slight metallic in there. Beautiful purple, painted in yellow here. Nice details all the way throughout. He's just beautiful, really. He's armed to the T. I mean, there's not really any waffling or gaps, really. I mean, the only thing I could really say is maybe like at the bottom of the feet, but it's necessary for transformation. But who the hell's really looking at the bottom of his feet? You know what I mean? If you have him on display, and like, he's really good. I mean, like, there's no real big gaps. There's no real waffling. The kibble is like non-existent. Like, this is a beautiful representation of the character, and he's just a must-have. Like, he really is. Just I admire this. I'm in awe of this. Like, really. But but I could keep rambling on about this guy. But yeah, let's keep this review going before this review ends up like 40 minutes and no one's gonna watch that. Okay, for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. He can look this far up, that far down. He can wiggle his head that much. Full 360. You can do a T pose with his shoulders, like that. Full 360 at the shoulder. Full 360 at the bicep. Elbow will bend that far. His wrist is on a ball joint, so you got slight movement like that. You can move the wrist full 360. You have articulated fingers here. Individual fingers are not articulated, but it does open. You can rotate the waist full 360. No ab crunch. Move these pieces here, and he can Van Damme that much. You have the ability to rotate the thigh right here if you wanted to. can rotate 360 at the knee as well. The knee will bend that much. You can move the ankle that much if you wanted to. Toe does move slightly, not too deep, but it does move. You can kick forward this high up, and he could kick back this far back. And he is incredibly articulated. Okay, for accessories, he does come with his signature cannon here. There was I think it's called the Requiem cannon, right? And it's beautifully detailed and sculpted here. Of course, on top you have the Megatronus logo. Beautifully sculpted. Nice metallic flake in the purple. Yellow here is painted in. It looks beautiful. Let me go ahead and pig this bad boy in. He also comes with this top of his barrel, which you can go ahead and, of course, put it right there if you wanted to. Or you could put it on top to give him that Megatron look. You know what I'm talking about. And then he comes with this spear. And it's beautiful. This top part is a rubbery plastic part. I really don't like that. But, I guess it's for safety of children. This is a children's toy after all. Comes with this Rambo style knife if you wanted him to carry it that way. And then he comes with this missile pod, which is supposed to go right on top of here. Pegs right in. Makes him look a lot more intimidating than he already is. And then he comes with, of course, these rubbery energon flames. And I'm not a fan of the plastic rubbery parts that Hasbro used. I didn't like it with the plastic parts that Commander 86 Prime came with. And I don't like them here. Like, don't get me wrong, they look nice, but this gummy material doesn't last very long. It looks great, but, outside of pictures, I won't be leaving these on him at all. And this is what the flames look like when you put it on him, which looks really awesome, and it's really good for pictures, but I won't be displaying them like this. Looks really awesome, though. Looks really good. And I almost forgot to show you guys. He had the sphere and this military-esque knife, Rambo-looking knife. You could bring them together, and now you have this longer, tribal-looking sphere that you could have him holding, which makes him more weaponized than he already is, as if he needs to look more menacing, right? Okay, let's do some size comparisons in bot mode. So here we have Megatronus next to Commander Rodimus Prime. Shout out to my son Avery for lending it to me. And Commander 86 Optimus Prime. Also from my son Avery. And so 2 commanders and a leader class, but he feels a lot heftier than these 2. I really do like the size. He's a whole lot wider than him. He's a bit wider than him. And he's just a bit taller, but, he comes off more imposing, which he should. So here we'll have him with his fellow primes. Here we have him with his love interest, which is Deluxe Solus Prime, Voyager Vector Prime, and Voyager Prima Prime. And I like this scale. I like the way they scale. As you can see, of course, Solus is a lot smaller, so I guess Megatronus is into short chicks. Um, Vector is almost his size, and Prima Prime is right under Vector Prime as far as their height. So that should give you a good insight to how big Megatronus is. We have Megatronus in his tank mode, and he is absolutely glorious and imposing in this mode. He has no weak mode. I'm going to say this. I'll say that, yes, as far as the transformation, if you've handled any of the Megatron transformations, a lot of the tank formers, I guess we'll say, he does a lot of what they do transformation wise, but he has a couple tricks here and there that were like a little bit unexpected. Again, he's like right in the middle. I would say that he's not quite hard as far as transformation, but he's not quite easy. There's a couple of complicated steps. I find a transformation to be uh, very pleasing and satisfying when you grab him and you transform him for the first time. Everything feels very cohesive. Everything flows. Nothing feels like it gets in the way. It's not finicky. You don't have panels popping out. You know what I mean? He's a pleasure to transform. And that in itself is just awesome. Now, as far as the details, I mean, like the bot mode, they spared no detail, like everything. Just beautiful. The treads, the paint. He just looks awesome. This is just an awesome, imposing tank. This is what a tank should be. And it's almost, um, I'll say it, it'd be kind of a crime if they don't use this for an 86 Megatron. I'm in the crowd of I wouldn't mind it, so long as they kind of slimmed down a couple of the proportions. But with all that being said, like this is a beautiful, beautiful tank mode and just gorgeous. He feels very much in line with something like the Armada um, Megatron slash Galvatron. If you have those molds, he feels a little, I guess, around the same weight, maybe a little bit more dense, but definitely more complicated in his transformation. Okay, so this is what the flame effects look like in alt mode. And I know maybe I probably got it wrong, but this is the way I'm putting it for the video. You could also, if you wanted to, just get rid of get one of these bad boys, put it at the end there. It almost looks like he's firing. You could also get his his spear thingy, and you could put it right there on the side if you wanted to, or split up both sides. Oops, and put this right there. So you got a knife, and you got the spear. Awesome. For size comparison in his alt mode, his tank mode, here we have him with 86 Prime, Commander 86 Prime. As you can see, he's longer and he's wider. And here we have him with Armada Megatron. And this is a comparison that is worth comparing. Look at these awesome tanks next to each other. They are very comparable to each other, but this guy's engineering is way above this figure. And for shits and giggles, we'll bring in the super lackluster, wimpy looking Megatron in his tank mode from Studio Series Transformers 1. To wrap things up on Megatronus the Fallen, I think he is a absolutely amazing figure. He is easily the best Prime we have gotten. Primus pretty good. Solus is pretty good. Vector was okay. But Megatronus thus far is the best figure we've gotten. Like I said, I think he's a 9 out of 10. Beautiful paint apps, great great detailing, sculpting, hardly any gaps, next to no waffling, next to no kibble, at least to me, and plenty of accessories, plenty of ways to use the accessories. Really hefty. He has a transformation that's not too hard, but it's not too easy. It's right in the middle. He's everything you want. I'm gonna go ahead and say, if I didn't say already in the review, he is easily a 9 out of 10 for me, and quite possibly a figure of the year contender for me. Now, thank you guys for clicking on this video. Do all that good YouTube stuff. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend. And remember to always smile, no matter what time of day, no matter what time of night. Don't forget to smile, because only the strongest can smile through it all. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.